Hello my lovely ravens and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantal and in this video I'm continuing the creation of Dumbledore's office in 1/12 scale. This is the 8th video in the series. If you've missed the other videos, please check out the playlist in the link in the description box below or in the iCard section in the top right hand corner. This week I am creating the Pensieve. I really love the way this one turned out and I hope you do too. The Pensieve that I'm creating for Dumbledore's office is mainly built out of balsa wood. From the hexagon dies that I have, I'm cutting out a vast amount of various hexagon sizes and going to layer them to make the structure of the Pensieve base. I've cut out a hexagon out of foam board that will go at the front and attached to the cabinet. This is what the Pensieve will sit on. I'm placing the foam board hexagon underneath the cabinet and then trace the cabinet so that I know where to cut the foam to make it sit flush against the cabinet base. I've attached it with hot glue and now I'm going to paint that base the same color as the cabinet. From the various sizes of hexagon shapes, I'm going to create the base of the stand. The glue I'm using here is Gorilla Wood glue. I'm always getting a lot of queries about what the materials are that I'm using. If you go to the Amazon link in the description box, it will lead you to a page where you can find all that information. Then from the smaller hexagons, I'm going to make the top part of the basin, again gluing them together with wood glue. I know the Pensieve in the movie has a top part that is kind of floating atop the base. I wanted the entire Pensieve to be removable and decided to make the part where there is no stone visible in the movies. So I glued on this hollow paper rod filled with hot glue to give it more strength and glued it to the top part and the base part. These 4 pieces will create the top of the basin where the metal part of the Pensieve will be in, so the actual Pensieve will. This part won't be removable. I had no idea how to create this other than to carve it out of wood and painting it silver. So I'm gluing the 4 hexagons together just around the outside edges as I will be hollowing them out to look like the Pensieve. Ever since this idea came to my mind, it was something I wanted to try out. It turned out pretty well and I really had fun carving the wood. I'm going in with a sanding block to get the ball as smooth as I can and then glue it onto the stand. From a piece of cardstock I've cut out a ring that will sit around the ball so it looks like the edge of the ball that is hanging in the stand once it's painted. Time to smooth out the edges with the Dremel. Then I'm going to carve out the details of the base with the Dremel. This was so scary to do. What if I mess it up? But I went for it and I'm really happy with it. Time for painting. I start with a base layer of gesso just so the actual acrylic paint won't soak into the wood. When the gesso is dry, I go in with a light grey and then dry brush with grey-brown mix, antique white, and add a dark grey to the indents and parts where I wanted more shading. In the books, the Pensieve is said to be able to sit on a table. However, in the fourth film, the Hogwarts Pensieve is much larger and kept in a separate cabinet. This is contradicted by the sixth film, where it can sit on the table and looks as if it's made out of metal instead of the stone. This contradiction is resolved in the eighth film, when Harry goes to the headmaster's office and removes the metal dish from the stone basin before watching Severus Snape's memories. Then I thought something was missing, and that's these little pieces of dowel going down the sides of the corners. So I painted a piece of dowel, cut them to size and glued them on with super glue. Then all that's left to do is paint the Pensieve bowl silver. I went for this paint marker by Deco Color. I initially took the nib out, but the paint did not want to come out. So I pressed down the nib in the bowl and there we go. There is still plenty there to cover the bowl. So let's have a look what the final Pensieve looks like. And this is it for part 8 of this video series. I hope you like how the Pensieve turned out. Next week I'll be back with another Matchbox, and the first weekend of July will be the final installment of this video series. Please check out my other social media in the description box below, and if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget you can hit that subscribe and bell notification button so you don't miss out on any future videos, and of course, become part of the Raven family. Thanks so much for watching, stay safe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!